each position. It's like you don't end up with a smaller 5 or smaller 4. You're smaller basically from the 2 on, and that just accumulates then. And one of the biggest things that we see is rebounding is the one facet where you give up a lot. And the way the league is trending with a lot of big 4 or 5 combinations, especially in the West, that's going to be a big challenge for us. We're going to have to find different competitive edges for us.
What is it like to talk basketball with Ty? Because he seems to be pretty cerebral in the way he thinks about things, and some of the stuff he's saying seems to align with you, mentioning the defense is always wrong and that sort of thing. So what is it like to just talk basketball strategy with someone like that?
I mean, he's unique, and we have a couple of those guys. Ja is similar. That just the ability to process, and I think you can tell them scenarios and they can imagine it in their head, which is really rare. And I think having both of those guys, especially in the playmaker spots, like gives us a lot of optionality because they're able to also absorb a ton of information. But Ty is a unique individual in a way that how much information he's able to process. He loves basketball. He watches everything possible. Just all around professional. So that's a great person to have at the point guard. Yeah.
Okay, we're holding the bus. We got time for one more quick one. Anybody?
What are some key things for you defensively from the standpoint of, we know in the past, you talked about this team has been centered around like preventing points in the paint and different three-point shots and whatnot. Like, what do you want this defense to look like from the standpoint of what you want to take away when, what do you want to be good at?
Well, the simple answer is to just try to get the defensive rating as low as possible, and find the pieces around each other that make that happen. Having the right amount of rim protection, having the rebounding, but also the disruption in there, and just overall making it very difficult to play against us. Like there was a Italian soccer coach whose teams were described by Guardiola as, playing them as like going to the dentist. That's how it should feel like, it should be an unpleasant experience.
I think so.